This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
Welcome back to The Cringe is Real, the podcast that cringes along with Australian reality TV and pop culture at large. I'm Sam Crimean, and happy Eurovision week to those who celebrate. I'll be recapping all three shows of the world's largest music competition with a special guest each episode. Now, Malmö hosts this year's contest after Sweden's Loreen took out the crown for the second time last year. To get things started on semi-final one, I'm joined by the stylish and sassy Euro fan, Joel West. Joel West, welcome to The Cringe is Real.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's bloody Eurovision week. We're excited. I think this is just like every year when we normally just talk shit, but there's microphones this time.
Love it. I love
How
it.
good. Before we get into Eurovision though, what's got you cringing this week?
I am eating up everything that Jojo Siwa is putting out right now. I don't know if you know this, but she invented queer pop music.
She invented gay pop. No one had
before
previously
her.
done that.
And I feel like she keeps putting her foot in her mouth
Yeah.
every time.
If she wasn't so darn cute and clueless, I'd be mad. But I'm just like, bless.
Like it's super cringy, but I also kind of love it, and I will also stand up for her because I feel like every queer goes through that phase when they first come out where they're a little bit cringe and they think they're the first gay to ever gay.
I did that. That was me in high school being like, yeah, deal with it. And I definitely had worse looks than Jojo.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Julia Fox has come out saying,
yes,
she's saying,
yes.
Jojo, if you need help, girl, I'll do you over. And I was like, please take her up on this.
She needs like a... Is she a queer? Is classed as a queer elder to Jojo? Queer adjacent?
Queer adjacent. I'll claim Julia Fox. I fucking
Yeah.
love that bitch. Have you seen her new song? Heard her song? She got this song that's like, I'm a bitch, I'm a girl, I'm a mother, It's
Yes,
really
Julia.
It's really good. It's come out like the same time as her like memoir, both of which
She's an
are
icon.
fabulous.
I love her.
She's so good.
She's also absolutely insane. And that's why we love her.
I know. We need, more artists like her in the world. There are some insane artists at Eurovision this year.
A couple. I feel like with the last few years we've been getting more of that like weird Eurovision coming back, and I love it.
I know. And look, maybe the 100% televote in the semis has something to do with it, maybe, do you think? Like the countries are being strategic, thinking they have to send something kind of attention grabbing.
Yeah, I reckon. Because,
I'm looking at Finland.
Oh, I have so much to say about Finland. I feel like I've gone on a roller coaster with them personally.
Me too. And I can't help but be swayed by other opinions from like podcasts and other fans and stuff. And I'm like, I'm kind of sticking to my guns that I actually like it.
I feel like I'll read one comment that'll be like, this shouldn't get through. This is not Eurovision.
Of course.
And I'm like,
it's the most Eurovision thing ever.
And then someone else will be like, it's the most Eurovision thing ever. And I'm like, you know what? It is.
Oh my God. But let's take ourselves back to 5 a.m. this morning when you and I, committed fans as we are, rolled out of bed to watch the first semi-final. Were you as nervous as I was? I was actually really nervous this year. I was like, are we going to get through?
Yeah, I feel like there's been pretty, maybe not guaranteed, but I don't know. I think we've had more buzz in past years.
100%. Especially last year, like Voyager, they went over, they did all the pre-parties, because they're like fans, right? So they gave the fans all that stuff. Whereas I think Electric Fields, I heard some interviews with them. Fuck, I love them so much. And they like didn't even know, they were like, who can vote? And they're like, do people vote? And I was like, oh, bless. But there definitely wasn't that engagement with the fans this year.
Yeah. Although I did see them at, I think it was in Copenhagen at one of the pre-parties.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They did that one. Like an acoustic set that was like
stunning.
Magical,
and they did 2000 and whatever, and everyone lost it. Yeah, that looked fun. This Sweden hosting, like just they bring it to you every ball. what
Petra's
the fuck?
back.
Oh my God. I almost like creamed my jeans when she walked out. She was amazing. She's reverse aging. She looks great.
Like, she can do no wrong. She's just stunning. And every joke that she's just so funny and so dry and witty. And...
So good. Pairing her with Marlon Aukerman, who is so gorgeous. Perfect. Like,
I also love the orange and the pink together. Those outfits.
Yes, I know. And it's kind of like the theme colors, but in like power suits.
Although that combo always reminds me of the rapper from the Willy Wonka chocolate bar in the 70s version.
Yes. Very that. They walk out. The stage looks fucking incredible. Like, I'm ready.
It's in the round as well.
Yeah, apparently first time, apparently?
Yeah, although I question that.
Yeah.
It's design. I think it's this classic thing at Eurovision where the stage designer of the Eurovision stage will design a specific thing, and then each country doesn't really use it for its full potential.
Yes.
And I think a lot of the acts tonight didn't really... It was still kind of straight on.
I think there's some acts in the second semi that use those boxes a
they
bit
look
more.
real cool.
I would have used those boxes.
Yeah.
I would have had them down,
Yeah.
up, all over the place.
There's so much potential there.
Exactly. All right, so we've got a new format as well this year. There's obviously the 15 songs competing, but then we also got 3 of the Big 5 plus the previous winners' performances live on stage. What did you think of this edition?
I love it. I mean, I feel like I almost eat up everything that Eurovision gives me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's great to see Big 5 actually perform
make
and not
them work
just a
for it.
recording. Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, they get such a free pass and I want to judge them before the final.
Exactly. And it also gives them the chance to generate buzz before the night as well.
Yeah, I do feel like, going to the final, there's a lot of acts that, having performed in the semi, have so much more, hype around them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we opened with Cyprus, Australian-born Celia Capsis, with the song Liar. What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I do think it was unfortunate that she performed after Fuego and Slow Mo opened the show.
Oh my God, the opening.
Because it was a little bit of a comparison and she was a bit of the LD version of those two.
Yeah. I mean, she is 17, for God's sake.
I mean, she's gorgeous and she's talented and
Yeah.
she's amazing, but I felt like, for me, the song didn't quite hit the mark in the same way.
I don't love the song at all, but she's so cute.
I adore her.
Yeah, she's got a Disney thing going on. And the outfit was actually giving me like Jojo, like leave, get out. And then she does a move where she like pumps her chest.
Oh my God,
out,
the dance
and I was
moves
like,
were...
oh my God. I was like, oh my goodness me. I thought Cyprus was a God-fearing nation, but here we are with a 17-year-old girl thrusting on stage. Also the dancers, when they rip their shirts off, I actually was like, cool, but also she's underage.
Oh my God, I didn't even clock that at the time. I was just like, cool, hot naked man.
It was great. And I like it wasn't like a tearaway. They literally just took their shirts off.
But I think they threw them into the audience too. Because I was trying to clock it and because I just thought, like, can you imagine being that gay in the audience that caught that shirt?
Absolutely did. I'm sure there was a guy who picked it up. Perfect opener though, but you're right. With the Fuego slow-mo montage at the start, which was so good. Yeah, it does.
And I feel like there's always, I think since Fuego, maybe even before then, but I feel like there's always there's one or two every year that try to recreate
it's
that
the girl
kind
bop
of,
battle.
Yeah. With the choreography and the everything.
There's a few this year as well, but they're all in the second semi. So she was kind of on her own, really.
Yeah.
With this style. I mean, I guess Luxembourg's kind of girl pop, but it's not the same.
No.
Anyway. Second was Lithuania. Speaking of LD versions, this is the LD Troye Sivan, Sylvester Belt with Look Telk. He's also a big Troye Sivan fan, which I find so funny because it's like, yes, we can see that. What do you think of Look Telk?
I loved the look, the red leather. I love the weird nose bridge ring thing.
Yeah.
Not ring.
He's committed to this look, isn't he?
It's camp and it's queer. You know, there's always that. I mean, we've got a few twinks this year, but...
Yeah. It's giving Berlin dark room energy. Well, you think it does, and then Ollie Alexander rocks up a few songs later, and then that's the fucking sauna. But this is like I don't know, Barber Party, like the musical. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, like he's kind of like that twink that's maybe a little bit too cool for you, but also like maybe just thinks he's too cool for you.
I watched some of the interviews with him, and he was giving too cool energy.
I feel like I saw him on the turquoise carpet, and I don't know, he just seemed really like, I don't know, entitled twink vibes.
Yes. I heard an interview with him that Aussievision did, and I was like, Joy Eurovision did, and I was like, you were being a bit passive aggressive. Like, I was like, calm down. Speaking of the turquoise carpet, what the fuck? Did you watch it?
I only watched it through like
on
Instagram.
I watched it for 2 seconds, and then I was like, this is terrible. Oh, no. Tia Coffee hosted it.
Right.
And she wasn't very good. I was so excited for Tia because I know she's such a Eurovision fan.
I saw a very awkward interview between her and Ollie Alexander.
Oh,
where she made some comment about like her boyfriend like loving him or something, and then she kind of proposed to him on the carpet, and then he was just like, no. Love you, no.
He was like, who is that? Who is that woman?
I think he knew who she was, but it was...
You'd hope. Newly crowned queen. Tia Coffee's part of her prize. She has to host the turquoise carpet. But no, apparently it was rubbish. Anyway, we digress. Next up was Ireland. Bambi Thug with their song Doomsday Blue.
Crown the Witch.
3 words. Crown the Witch.
I had high expectations. Like, I've listened to the song a lot, like seeing a bit of her social media, like they're such a character.
Yeah.
And like blew all of my expectations away.
Same. And I'd even heard some stuff from the dress rehearsal, which I try to avoid all that because it's like you want to get excited on the night. But there was too much bubbling up from the dress rehearsals that I couldn't avoid it. And it was like, you're going to lose your mind when you see Bambi Thug. It's going to blow your mind, like what they've got in store. And I was like, yeah, calm down. And then I actually was like gobsmacked.
I was so like, I'm speechless. I think it was that classic Eurovision thing of providing like drama, but also the song had, you know, screamo death metal. It had like beautiful singing moments. I think it really, like, the song itself is such a great Eurovision song.
That's the thing. And I think a lot of people are just looking at the staging, which is, look, it's the most unique staging I think we've seen in a long time, which is really cool. I've written here, it's like an elevated talent show from Drag Race. Like, you know, when they have a talent show.
Absolutely.
I was giving that.
One pit crew member that dresses as a demon.
The sexy pit crew guy demon. Loved that. But you're right. The more impressive thing to me was actually the vocal, because the studio track, you're like, yeah, cool. There's some screaming, there's some singing, but they actually deliver it perfectly. I actually think it sounds better live.
And I hope that for the grand final, that gives them some jury points, because like that takes talent, that takes like technical ability to be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, for the first time in a long time, Ireland are being spoken about in contender territory, so I'm so happy for them. All
of my Irish friends, I feel, are losing their minds. They're so excited that there's actually an Irish contender.
Yeah. It's like they haven't qualified in fucking years, right?
Yeah. I can't even remember what they sent last year.
Last year was it the boring guy? There was like a really bad uplifting song. Like, we are one. Was that last year? Was it the year before?
Who was...
Oh, the flip book?
Yeah.
It was flip book girly. I think she got through. Maybe she didn't. Anyway,
nothing compared to Bambi.
Nothing compared to Bambi on the night, and I'm so excited for what potentially could happen. I still think it's a little bit too dark for mainstream audiences to vote for, and I think juries might punish it as well. But I'm hoping you're right with the reward for the vocal.
But ability. Then I think, you look at Lordy, you look at, I feel like there's other examples, like in Eurovision, when we suddenly get this out of the box lovable weirdo, and the audience eat it up. Like, we love seeing that. So I think
we sure do.
in the odds, Ireland's sitting high, but not at the top. But
the odds are,
I feel like they could
a
be
moving
the dark
feast
horse
this year. The odds are up, they're down. I was like following it all week to see like whether people thought Australia was gonna qualify, and it was like nope. And then last minute, it was like, yep, they put us in the 10th spot. And then, anyway, we'll get there. But next we had sandwiched in was United Kingdom's Ollie Alexander with Dizzy. So obviously you can't vote for this one, but we got to see it anyway. And what a friggin' horny little boy Ollie is.
Just a cheeky little like bathroom orgy on stage. I think I wrote down something like Treasure Island Media or men.com or like.
Well, that's my thing. So I love it. I think it's great, but it's very like Mask, which is not Ollie. I thought Ollie was going to do something really queer and femme, which I was kind of looking forward to. That's their normal shtick, but it was giving filthy sex club energy.
Which I'm not mad about.
No, not at all. I just wasn't expecting it. The dancers, holy shit. The makeup on them and the stuff, like it's perfect. They look filthy, but like I could smell
Eurovision filthy.
I could smell the screen job, and I was enjoying what I could smell. Is all I'll say.
The staging as well, really. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how they did it. Like, it must have been some.
Yeah, there was like some. There was like handle, like kind of bars on the side. So I think some of the dancers were holding themselves up, upside down, but casually slumped, so it looked like they were just standing. Yeah. Anyway,
it was done
very
really
well. And look, it has got me thinking themes this year, and there is a lot of, I don't want to say gimmicks, but like it's the staging trickery, it's those things, and like some years they're really hot. And if you don't do that, you don't get through or you don't get votes. And some years it's like, we just want raw talent. I think this is a trickery year.
Yeah. This is not your Duncan Lawrence year.
No, it's not your Duncan Lawrence. It's not your Amar Pellesh year. It's like, give us something fun. And I feel like that is Karia from Finland's fault from last year. I think everyone is just like, let's do quirky, fun shit.
I do feel like every year you have the winner from last year, although, high up, maybe not a winner, but arguably. And then there's always acts that try to mimic the popular things from the previous year.
Yes.
Often to not the same extent.
Yeah. I did clock in the production of the Moldovan song, the very first second is like a very similar to Tattoo. Like it opens in the same way that Tattoo opens, but then obviously just descends into like...
Well, do you remember
chaos?
Gravity, that was the year after Euphoria, and it just had such a like so many... I think that was maybe Moldova as well, was it?
Yeah, I think Moldova literally just see what wins and then they send it to the sweatshop. Yeah, anyway. Our next actual competitor was Ukraine. So Alyona and Jerry Heil's song Teresa and Maria. This was my favorite song of the year. When we were first getting all the songs anyway. And wow, staging blew me away. This is just my jam. Like this is my genre of music. Yeah. Like I love shit like this.
I loved it. To be honest, it wasn't really high on my radar going in. And I love the outfits. I absolutely loved that final scene of them lying on the ground with all the people on the glass.
That was great.
It was so effective. Really
cool. I wasn't expecting it either. I actually thought it was the best staging of the semi-final. Like Bambi's, it was the most unique, but I thought in terms of like most impactful, best storytelling was done by Ukraine. Yeah. It just really stayed with me. Yeah.
And although they were the second prop rock of the night, which
oh fuck,
is that a vibe?
It was too. Oh my god, we forgot to talk about Serbia. We completely did Serbia erasure. We're gonna have to go back. I'm like, I swear we've spoken about Serbia. We didn't. She was second. All right, let's jump back to her. Soz girl. But honestly, forgettable.
Yeah, that was pretty low on my list. And I think in Eurovision, I think if you're going to do a ballad, it has to hit. It has to have something that really draws you in. And
it has to be Jamala or some shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to like really, I want tears and like sweat on that fucking stage. But yeah, I don't get anything from, so it's Teodora with the song Raimonda. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for me. And Serbia have been sending great stuff in the past few years, like really good. But this one, yeah, I don't know.
So is it one? I feel like every year there's also a ballad where I'm like, oh, boring. And I also feel like I don't gravitate to the ballads personally.
No, neither. Unless they're like top tier.
Yeah. But then the juries love them. So I
Yeah.
wonder if...
Yeah. It was unfortunate
through? I can't
timing for
remember.
her. I'm so surprised she got through considering she was second after and sandwiched between two high energy songs. Like, I'm pretty impressed by that. But you're right. In terms of prop rocks, prop, I think Ukraine's prop rock was absolutely gorgeous.
That shot of her on the rock, like Simba at Pride Rock, and the like fireworks going off in the background.
And I've got to say, because obviously there's a lot of like sort of censorship happening this year. That was a very effective way of saying something without saying something. I thought those fireworks, very cool, very Pride Rock.
I also want a moment too for the way the rapper, I've already forgotten her name.
Alyona. Yeah. I've been a fan of hers forever, so I should have probably said that, which is my huge bias towards this song.
The way she was dressed, I just thought... So I feel like so often on the Eurovision stage, we see these curvy women come up who are dressed appallingly or are dressed by someone who just doesn't know how to dress for their body. And she looked so fabulous.
She looks amazing. I'm gonna send you some of her music videos after this. You're gonna die. She's really funny. Like she's got such... Oh, she's so good. I've been wanting her to represent Ukraine forever. So, Poland, Luna and the tower.
Luna.
Oh my God, Poland! They do this every fucking year, don't they? It's like you hear the track drops and you're like, she's cute, and then they literally just sit in a boardroom and they go yes to every single idea.
And the thing is, everything that she's been doing outside of the performance and outside of the song, like her artistry is amazing, the costumes amazing, but then so many ideas that don't seem to connect to the song, and then the song itself kind of just sits in this like mid-tempo something that just goes nowhere.
It's a sort of song. So I love the chorus of the song, but the verses are really like tough to get through. Yeah. If I'm being honest. But I really like the chorus a lot. And it's actually in my head all the time. Like it's probably one of the catchier tracks of the year. But yeah, so there was also, what was this story? So there was chess pieces. Yeah. There was a black one and a white one. Yeah. Your classic chessboard tale. And then, watch out, here comes the red chess piece. I was like, sorry?
Is that an Alice in Wonderland reference?
Maybe?
But then, no, my favorite bit I love is when the moon comes up, and the song has nothing to do with the moon, but because she's called Luna.
It's fucking Luna, isn't it? Yeah.
Talk about...
I know.
Is that even a metaphor? It's just
the moon. When I like gay squealed when she was on that horse. The LED horse. I was like, well...
I had a moment where I was like, how's she doing that? I was like, oh, it's on the ground.
Yeah.
It's on the ground.
Like, put that on the bingo card. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, straddles LED horse. Yeah. And it pains me to say all this because she seems so sweet. And I think what they need is an artist who's seasoned, experienced enough to go, do you know what? No. Like, when the staging people are like, this, they need an artist who's going to push back and be like, no, I just want to fucking give me a stool and a spotlight, please.
And they can do it. I feel like Poland has so much potential. I feel like almost all of the Eastern European states, when I love Eastern European pop. And
same. And look, there was a lot of fan speculation this year about how Poland always get through because there's such a big Polish diaspora around Europe and the rest of the world. So everyone assumed this would get through on that alone. But I'm really not happy, but like it's refreshing to see that like things like that don't really impact like I think people actually just vote for the song that they really love, the performance they're most impressed by. I think that's actually how it happens, guys. Sorry about it.
I do love a good Eurovision conspiracy
Oh,
theory.
love it. Well, the juries are highly corruptible, as we've seen. But I genuinely think the public vote is, people just...
Yeah, I mean, look at last year. It was a huge difference between Finland and Sweden.
Exactly. Next is Bookie's current favourite, Croatia. Baby lasagna with Rim Tim Tuggy Dim. What do you think?
I feel like this is bringing some Eurovision nonsense back into the world, but it's not my favourite, I've got to admit.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't take it there for me. And I do have a question. Is it about masturbation?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. As in Rim Tim Tuggy, like it's an onomatopoeia.
One of the first lines is something about I need a release, and then he goes into Rim Tim Tugger.
He does mention a release, which I'm like, oh, okay. No, it's about him leaving the country and moving to the city, is my understanding of the very deep lyrics. I really like this. I think it when I first saw it, I was like, but then I listened to the studio a lot. I actually really liked the song, weirdly. And then his story has kind of grown on me because like it adds to it when you know that he wasn't even supposed to like be on their national final. He was like a last minute like replacement. And then they won with this like landslide. Everyone got into it. So yeah, look, I know there's all these comparisons out there with him and like Karia from last year. I think it's a very different thing.
It's so different.
It's more kind of like emo, screamo with the like the techno breakdown. I love.
I do love that part of the song.
Love that part. And the staging is solid. I mean, if you watch the music video, you're not expecting all the neons and stuff to be on there. But I'm glad they did that because it's a bit of like a bait and switch.
I like that they also have all those references to sort of traditional, the doily vibe.
The doilies are gorgeous.
Did you see his turquoise carpet outfit actually?
No,
it was this like doily cravat hoodie, and then over that was this red like puffer jacket, but in these like square
the
sections
patches.
that were like chained together.
I did see that.
It was sick.
Gorgeous. Yeah, the red vest is his kind of signature, but they've just like they've kept what was good about it from the national final, and they've just like fine-tuned it a little bit.
I love it when they do that.
Yeah. And chuck
You got
some
something
neons
good.
in it.
Don't screw it up.
Also, he sounded great.
Yeah.
And the crowd, you could audibly hear the crowd singing along. So it was like, yeah, I think he's won this semi for sure. I'll be surprised if he didn't, or maybe Bambi.
Yeah, I think it's been him and Bambi.
Yeah. Be interesting to see.
But, favourite to win, there's...
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, the odds always confuse me. I never know whether to believe them or not. And I feel like when you get into the week,
Look, I've always wanted to go to Croatia, so selfishly, I hope they do win, because I would love to plan a trip for 26.
Yeah, look, I'd rather
no, 25.
go to
What year are we?
Dubrovnik than Dublin.
Well, it sounds like, we shall see. Next we had Mum. Hera Björk from Iceland with Scared of Heights.
Oh, Mum.
Bless.
Look, well done. Good on her.
I wrote, she's having so much fun in my notes. And I really like her. So it's like...
I get the vibe too that she's someone that's really like beloved in Iceland. And I think that's why she won the national final. And... she has got a certain, camp quality.
A certain je ne sais quoi about her.
I'm not mad that she's there, but...
She looks like a TV presenter or something. It's like if we sent Tracy Grimshaw to Eurovision. That's the vibe I'm getting. And just put her in a sparkly suit. I'm like, well, that's what we've got budget for this year. Yeah. Look, it's not the choice I was hoping for from their national final. I'll just say that. Next, we got to see Germany's exciting performance of Always on the Run by Isaac. I thought it was like a performance from The Voice or X Factor.
Oh, very that.
Yeah.
I thought... I've seen nothing of him, and I've seen from the postcard. I was just like, oh, he looks so cute and sweet. I was like, oh, I'm here for this. Like, whatever you've got, I'm ready. And then...
The postcards were cute, by the way.
Oh, yeah, postcards were really
They were
good.
really cute. Yeah. I heard that it was like... supposed to be a sustainability thing. So Sweden were like, well, it's the very low carbon emissions because the people had to just submit their own iPhone content. And I was like, go off. I was like, sounds like you were just lazy, but look, greenwash the shit out of it. Greta Thunberg approved. No, I really liked them.
Yeah, they were really good. I'm excited to see what the second semi has to offer.
Oh yeah, it's very exciting. Isaac's song, I feel like it's a 2010s like Mumford and Sons adjacent song.
I also this was one where it started to try to play with the round staging, and there was a point where his all black outfit was just against this black background, and I was just like, it doesn't look very good.
Oh my god. Do you know what happened at the end? I died. They cut, like, just after he finishes, they cut to like a shot of the crowd, and there was a woman carrying drinks, like walking back to her seat, and I was like, oh honey. And I was like, yes, correct, that was the song to go to the bar during. But really they like full caught someone doing that. I
thought it was funny too that some of the ones that tried to do that round thing and they'd shoot them from the side and the background was just the audience, but it's like audience in a stadium and you just get it's just people.
You're right, because it's in the round there is lots of audience shots, but like for the most part I enjoyed that, I think.
I mean there were moments where like that works to your advantage if you sort of plan it and do, like, you know, sometimes they'll get people to like put their phones on or something like that and then it looks cool, but some parts it just felt like it wasn't really thought out and it was just accidentally in the background.
Slovenia was next. Raven with Veronica. Is all I'm going to say.
This was the horny one, right? The horny, the other witch.
Yeah, she was witchy, but nowhere near as witchy as Bambi. But
no one's as witchy as Bambi.
Still witchy. Yeah, I think Slovenia thought they were sending witchy. And then Ireland said, no.
Hold my drink.
Hold my drink.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I came out of it liking it because it was just another horny orgy. And at this point, a second?
Was it maybe even third? Yeah, there was some horny orgies. I mean, we had Celia Capsis with tops off. Ollie's horny AF one.
Yeah.
Sylvester's kind of like club one.
Yeah.
But this was like a little cuddle puddle, like gacked.
But then occasionally you get one of them being like, oh no, it's definitely it's an afters.
It's afters.
Cuddle puddle. Like someone's trying to turn it into an orgy maybe. You know, she's wearing this. Her outfit was actually amazing.
She looked great. Yeah. She was giving Dua Lipa's go-to, just like a bodysuit. But
big Dua vibes.
Big Dua vibes, yeah. And I love she's got this like intense face. I like her.
Yeah.
But I just don't love the second half of the song where it's just wailing. That kills my boner.
Yeah.
So I was
horny. The end.
Finland's Windows 95 man was next with the song No Rules.
I mean, you could have some rules. Finland.
Just a few. So this, like, I gotta say, love it. It's so dumb, but like, come on, guys. Like, like people trying to read this to filth. I'm just like, shut up. Do you know what this show is?
It is. It has got that like 90s, 2000s Eurovision vibe to it.
Mm-mm.
Like, remember Dustin the chicken in the trolley?
Yes.
Like that kind of chaos. And I love that it's doing that. But one thing that really annoyed me, and I think it might have been a technical issue, was they were trying to do that gag of, oh, he's not wearing pants. But then he kept being in the wrong spot, or the camera wasn't quite in the right angle, and you knew from the start that he was wearing underwear, and it just...
But I think, because everyone else is going on about that, and I'm like, I feel like that is the joke, you know? Like, I feel like they purposely get the cues a bit wrong. Like, there's also, because it complements, like, they have bits where there's like a stage manager on stage with a clipboard covering his junk. And like, that to me is like, and there's a bit where he adjusts a microphone stand. Like, those bits, like, I think it's actually like very clever comedic timing and all of that. And it's like, people are so funny, they're like sitting at home going, oh, but he missed the camera angle. I'm like, that's the point.
I feel like they could have gone further with it.
True. They could have done like who was it? So Bulgaria where they pretended the lights went out.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
they're like, oh, no music. And then like...
But I remember that in the semi.
Yes.
Being like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this to her.
Yes. Like the power cuts out. They could have done like a gag like that or something.
Although the thing I loved about that gag was then when it came to the final, I was like, no, I know. We all know.
Yeah, everyone's like, this is the bit where they cut the lights. Yeah, no, like the song actually kind of slaps too. I think it's fun.
We've got pyrotechnics. We've got a giant Gene egg.
Exactly. And if there wasn't Croatia and the Netherlands and Estonia in this year with other silly stuff, I think they would be getting a lot of attention. But it's overshadowed by better versions of this, I think.
I feel like they were also one of the first ones to qualify or something.
Yeah,
like that,
it was a long time ago. You're right.
Because I remember hearing buzz about them for like so long ago and it being like, oh yeah, weird at Eurovision again. Yeah. But they've been outwitted.
Keep it up, I say.
But yeah, I'm so happy that they're there and I'm so happy they've made it through to the final because I feel like we've had a period of so much like Idol or Got Talent people coming in who just sing the same boring song. And while this isn't my favorite song of the year, but I'm so happy this flavor is back in Eurovision.
It makes me think, like, do you know who we should send? Is Hans. How good would Hans would be great for Australia. It would confuse the shit out of everyone because we've never sent anything like that. And he can actually sing.
Yeah.
He's got some really good songs. Yeah, I think it'd be great. And he was on wasn't he on like Got Talent or some shit in America? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, Hans, if you're listening, throw your hat in the ring.
We'll support you.
Get in touch with SBS. Oh, yeah. But anyway, Finland, it's there. Moldova was next. Natalia Barbu with in the middle. Poor thing. They really pushed her out on stage and said good luck, didn't they?
Yeah, it's unfortunate ordering for her.
Yeah. Being near the end and then having Sweden right afterwards. But just like, I felt it was mean because did you see the national final performance?
No.
Or whatever that was. It was good. It was like her on stage with like 5 or 6 women dressed exactly the same as her, also with violins. And it looked great. It was really effective. And they're all still, but because there was more of them, it worked. But like one person completely still for the whole 3 minutes on that stage. And Joel, those LEDs, those AI generated, but there was bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
There was koi fish. There was butterflies.
I'm not going to lie. This was the one where I kind of got distracted and was looking at my phone and then was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm watching Eurovision. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, it's 6:30. It's 6:30.
I did like her, like, gravity defying dress holding her boobs in place. That was...
I was low-key hoping for a little
me too.
slip. Yeah. Sweden was next. Marcus and Martinus with Unforgettable. Now, this is another one similar to Finland where there's haters because they're like, it's generic. It's too polished. It's too... I'm like, fuck off. Let's Sweden do what they do best, which is soulless pop.
I feel like this will go off on the dance floor.
I love it.
It's so fun, and the whole Matrix, like design of the staging and the backup dancers, and it's
those backup dancers do not need to be there. By the way, they don't add anything.
They also don't really fit in that hallway.
No,
which is confusing.
Yeah. I think you could get rid of them and be just as impactful.
Yeah.
I love it because it kind of sounds like a song that like The Weeknd would do, but like with David Guetta or something.
Yeah.
On steroids, sped up. And that's like, I'm into that. I don't know. They don't do anything for me. The twins, they don't have the same charisma as a Jedward or a, I don't know, even those Azerbaijani guys. They just look a bit like they're not that... I don't know. They're like really good at what they do. It's like K-pop style where it's like they hit the marks, they hit the notes. But I'm like, but are you interesting people? I don't know.
Actually, that's a good point. I feel like I'd like the song more than the performer. It's like the opposite of
really,
Poland.
Yeah. I really, really like the song, but like them. Yeah.
I also saw some footage while I was scrolling Instagram when I should have been at work today, where Jedward were there, and there's footage of them dancing to this song, like in the audience, and just that like Eurovision Twinception, and I love it.
That Twinception, they would get into it. Like they're such good sports. What do you think of their looks?
They were good.
Yeah, it's a bit like
I felt like
Star
it wore
Trek.
them a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely wears them.
Yeah.
Because they've got these little baby faces popping out, and then these,
How old are they? I feel like they could be like
No
18
idea.
or they could be like 35.
Yeah, no idea. I think maybe they are 35. Speaking of Star Trek outfits, next was Azerbaijan, Fari, featuring Ilkin. What did you think? Like, I think they're gorgeous boys.
In the postcard, I was like,
woof, right? But then they come out in these outfits, and I'm like, sorry, no. I think the staging fucked this, because this has been on my high rotation on Spotify. Like, I love the studio version of this a lot. It's really good. It's actually catchy. I love having both languages in it. But then on stage, their staging person needs to get fired.
I mean, I kind of like the hands.
Yeah. Glitter hands were cute. I didn't like their looks.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't quite gel together, all of the ideas, and it didn't complement the song. It's just like there.
Yeah. I would have loved him in something a little bit more revealed. Like, I would have loved him in like a sleeveless thing.
Yeah.
A bit more cash.
They're so sexy. There could have been lent into that. Get the gay vote. Get your arms out. Get your butt out.
Get your butt out. And look, I was kind of glad they were right before us, because I was like, well, that's good, because we're going to stand out. We were next, Australia, Electric Fields, with the song One Mil Kali, One Blood. So much joy, so much love. What do you think?
I love Electric Fields, and I honestly feel so proud seeing them on stage representing Australia. It just feels right. And they delivered. I cried watching it because I'm a big baby. But just exceptional. And, Zachariah's vocals are just so powerful and so captivating. And, having First Nations languages on the Eurovision stage for the first time ever.
Amazing.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. And it just, I can't speak highly enough of how they did. And, might not have gone the way we all wanted it to, but I hope they're really proud of what they've delivered.
They should be really proud. And I think they are. Like, I saw a video with them afterwards. They seemed to be such good sports about it. I think they were really just happy to be there and be a part of the experience. I don't think they don't strike me as like competitive people, which is what I love about them. They're spiritual people. They're very like loving and joyous. All the interviews you watch with them up there, they're just like having the best time. Yeah, I think for me, because I've seen them live many times now, they are so great live. They work off the energy of a crowd, and I just think, unfortunately for them, it doesn't translate on camera. It didn't work in Australia Decides back in, what was that, 2019. They didn't perform to the camera, and even this time as well, like Zachariah was looking off into the distance when there are moments where I was like, I need you to look into the camera, babe. That would have just like, I think
that was my worry coming into this.
Me too.
Having seen them a number of times live as well, and every time I've seen them live, I feel just so connected and so held in Zachariah's hands.
Yeah,
and that doesn't always translate to screen, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm still so proud, still so happy they got to go. Yeah. Fred, the Yudaki player, coming out at the end. That was a fun little bit. I love they saved that to the end. Thought that was clever. The start was stronger than the end as well. I thought it opening on the tight shots and the rainbow lighting on Zachariah was really impactful.
That dress and like the way the lighting on the dress, the staging, the visuals on the stage.
Yeah.
It was all. It looked beautiful.
It's one of my favourite songs we've ever sent as well, which is why I'm a bit devo that the world doesn't get to see it in the grand final. But whatever, it's still, to me, I'm always still going to love this track. And I think they should be so proud because they killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Brendan McLean as well, who was fantastic.
I made mincing around on that stage.
I was like, get your life, sis. Like,
I actually quite like the backup singers and their outfits as well. They all sort of complemented each other while still having their own flavour and still like working with everything else.
It had a different tempo than the rest of it, didn't it? Like every other act, if they had backup dancers, it was fast and crazy, but they were just kind of mincing around, feeling themselves, it was like a nice gear shift.
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed that. But then I can see how maybe at home you're watching it's like comes off as less impressive. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to think what people.
Maybe everyone's just wrong.
Exactly. Portugal followed us, and again I was happy they did because I didn't think this was that great, to be honest. I was like, and this is my thing with Portugal, they are so good. Their thing is quality. They send really high quality things every year.
Yeah, Salvador's there approving everything, making sure it's.
But I just don't get it. It's like going to contemporary art gallery and being like, yeah, cool. Like I don't get it, like kind of thing.
The thing I liked about this was the black and white visuals. Yeah. I thought the costumes and the staging worked really well together and created some really beautiful shots. But
she engaged with the camera a lot, like eyes like down the barrel. Yeah, I can't tell you how this song goes. I've heard this song so many times. It doesn't stick with me.
It has not stuck with me.
Yeah, but I think something about all that, the clean white outfits must have stuck out with people. Because Electric Field's performance really did feel like a concert, like a stadium, like concert show rather than a Eurovision. We're in a year where everyone's doing bits. Yeah, everyone's got things happening. Yeah, and finally we had Luxembourg.
Welcome back, babe.
Welcome back, babe. Tali with Fighter. Yeah.
Okay. My first thought, watching the postcard and then cutting to her close up, I was like, I'm so glad they gave her extra volume in her pigtails.
Yeah. The pigtails, they shushed them. She looked really good.
She looked cute as.
Yeah.
I don't want to say sympathy vote or but I do want to.
No, it's the welcome back pass.
Yeah.
I think. Perhaps. But I know people this is their favourite song of the year. It almost reminds me of a Turkish Eurovision song. It's got like a doom tech vibe. The and the like the drum beat and stuff. But I just think it's a bit dated, the whole thing.
But also another one that I feel like didn't really go anywhere. Like it just kind of
she does hit that note at the end and there's the pyro. Like it's doing, I guess they missed 30-something years of the contest. So they've got time to catch up. And they're like, well, what have we missed? And they're like, okay, we've missed pyro.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't have done any
all of that shit.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, good on them. I'm actually, I'm stoked that they get to go through. I'm just annoyed because, perhaps
they took some
the Fields could have had that spot. But no, we won't be sore losers. After that, Johnny Logan did a rendition of Euphoria.
Oh, Johnny.
It was good. I thought it was quite cute.
It was. I love Johnny Logan. Fun fact, I was born in the same hospital as Johnny Logan.
In Frankston?
Yes!
Amazing. How good.
I was so good too I thought it was such a good idea having him do Loreen's song too because, they're the only two people that have ever won twice.
Exactly.
And that's
so cool. And it was in his style, which... I don't love his style, but it was really cool to see someone do that take of Euphoria because we've heard how many covers of Euphoria now or whatever. So it's, I
do feel like it made me listen to the lyrics a bit more, the way he sung them. And I think, how long have we been singing along to Euphoria for? Usually on some dance floor.
I know. Then we had Benjamin Ingrosso and you text me during the show being like, Oh my God. How did he get hotter?
Got who he was. And then I had to Google him
Who
and then
stands
remembered
you
him. I was
off?
like, holy moly.
I feel like he's going for like the Swedish Harry Styles kind of vibe with the songs anyway. The looks were, and then some of those looks at the end were kind of Måneskin as well, because it was like red leather and like topless guys with like tats. I was like, oh yeah,
I thought it was so funny though, him wearing that sort of 3-piece or like the vest thing, but then open.
It just kept getting more and more open, and I was like, I literally was just, take it off, because he's got that sexy hairy chest. I know,
it was like, just show it.
Oh yeah, he's looking good. He's aged like a fine wine.
Although
young Benjamin.
I think he's still like under 30.
Oh, what?
I know.
How old was he when he was at Eurovision?
I'm basing this off of like very vague Google I did while I was watching his sexy test hair this morning.
He was great. Then I was so nervous getting these results, because all week I'd been like listening to stuff and seeing stuff, and everyone was on the fence about Australia. Everyone was like 50-50. And the ones that people didn't think we were going to get through was like Slovenia, Serbia, and us. They were the three that was like no one really knew. And if anything, people thought, nah, they're not going to get through. So then when Serbia was announced first, I was texting people being like, we're fucked.
I know. I feel like about halfway through, the writing was on the wall, and you know, when Croatia and Ireland still hadn't been called, and it was up to like the top 4 spots left or something, I was like,
it's done.
Yeah.
So Serbia was announced first, which was so shocking. Like, we even forgot to like recap her performance. Like, sorry girl, but come on. That's my designated. That's my toilet break on Sunday morning.
I guess there's people out there that love a really basic ballad.
And look, do you know what? Maybe it was a standout because there aren't that many ballads.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe that was the trick all along. Then Portugal got announced as through, which again I was like, fuck, because I didn't think they were going to get through, because I thought people were kind of bored of this stuff from them. They always do the same thing.
Yeah, it's nothing. I guess it's
good. It's good.
It's the visuals that sold it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It's good. It's just not fun. And I'm here for fun.
Yeah, we're here. I feel like this is another one that's starting to like go into that category of, Got Talent, Idol, kind of vibes that, is okay, but it's not Eurovision.
It's pretentious. Slovenia then got announced, and that was when I was like nail in the coffin for Electric Fields, because I was like, yeah, if Veronica's getting through with the 5 a.m. horny kick-ons, like, we're doomed. Ukraine, my girl Alyona got through, so I was happy. I actually did vote for them. Did you vote?
I voted for them. Oh, amazing. Absolutely.
Who else did you vote for?
Bambi, obviously, got most of my votes. Croatia.
I voted for Croatia, and I voted for Lithuania as well. In a trade with my friends in Lithuania that I am forced to vote for us.
Oh, no, I did vote for Lithuania.
Oh, there you go. We voted for all the same people. Yeah. Speaking of, Lithuania were next announced.
Great.
I knew he was getting through.
Yeah.
It's really fun. People really vibe with it. Finland next, of course. It's catnip for voters, people watching at home.
It's going to do so well on Sunday. It'll go off.
You reckon? Yeah.
I also hope that they, they'll have time to like tighten things up or whatever. Or if that even was a mistake.
Or loosen things up.
Oh my God, that'd be better. Just be a hot mess. It'll be great.
Imagine he just doesn't wear the flesh-coloured bikini on. So that's
chaos.
Reveal.
I want to see chaos on the stage on Sunday.
Yeah, just paints a Palestinian flag on his cock. Have fun with that. SVT. So Cyprus then got announced. Our girl Celia.
Oh yeah, good for her.
Yeah, I'm really glad for her. And look, at that age, like, that's a huge deal. Plus, like, like, she's not like, she's Cypriot background, but she doesn't like live in Cyprus and shit. So there would be a bit of like, I feel like she would feel like she owes it to them to get through to, like, it must
be a strange thing to be representing a country that you don't
like live in.
Yeah,
I guess it's like her. I guess it's her heritage. So it's like you would still feel the same sense of like pride, but yeah.
And I feel like, she's guaranteed 12 points from Greece
and Australia.
Us.
Yeah, I reckon she could get our 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think our juries could. We'll see. Baby Lasagna, of course, got through. I'm kind of backing this horse now. I think it's because it's taken me this whole season to be like, who am I going for? I don't really know. And now I think this morning I was like, yeah. He's my one now.
I think Bambi's my one, but
and Bambi, but I of the like contenders, I think.
I feel like he's got that. He does kind of have that same flavor that Finland had last year.
Yeah,
which everyone loved, and I think there were a lot of people that were upset that he didn't win. So I think he'll get a lot of votes just on those grounds.
Yeah. Ireland, I love when they said Bambi's name like second to last. I was like, oh, but I knew they were going to.
I knew it was going to get there, but I was still so nervous.
Yeah, Doomsday Blue, great entry. I would absolutely love it to win. I just don't think that it can. So then I'm too bloody practical, Joel.
I'm holding out hope. But
we can all make it happen if we just all vote for them. And
everyone vote for Bambi and Baby Lasagna.
There's so many fucking Croatians in Australia though. Like we are totally giving Baby Lasagna our 12. Don't you think? I don't know.
Got a lot of Irish as well.
Oh, actually, yeah, true. That's very true. And then the welcome back super pass goes to Tali. Well done, girl.
Well done.
Well deserved. She popped that pussy for the spot. So that means not qualifying is Australia, Azerbaijan, Iceland, Moldova, and Poland. Besides us, no real surprises or upsets for me, to be honest.
I thought Poland might get in.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to get in because it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get in because of reasons.
Like I was kind of hoping that the staging might be something that would boost it, because I feel like she's had such a vibe, and I think she's had like been so prominent on like the socials and on because she's just got such a good look that. But but oh well.
Who are your faves from the other semi/half? So including Italy, Spain, and France.
I'm loving Nemo from Switzerland.
Yes. I feel like you have a Nemo.
Oh, I will absolutely take that.
Yeah.
Like,
when I first saw them, I was like, oh, Joel for Switzerland.
And their fashion is like out of this world.
I wish I had that budget for that fashion.
Same.
It's all like expensive shit. But anyway.
I'm also, this is kind of a like left of field one, and I don't know how good it's going to go. And I think I like it because of the campness of it. Mm-hmm. But Megara from San Marino.
Oh, yes! San Marino Chaos is my kink. Like, I'm into it.
That is pure
Eurovision.
Eurovision.
You either get it or you don't. Like, I love that song.
Senhit with Pitbull. Like, remember that dentist they sent for like 2 years in a row? I love San Marino.
I know.
Love. And just the whole everything being pink and black. It's like an explosion at Dangerfield, and I love it.
Yes. It's like, Alice in Wonderland aesthetic. So into it. My favorite from the other half is Spain.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy shit. It's just everything I need from Eurovision, Greece and Denmark as well. So I actually think Zari is my favorite song of the contest. If it was a Spotify competition, it would win. And I really like what I've seen of their staging concept. Have you seen it? Apparently it's like one shot. Oh. Yeah. Which I'm intrigued by.
Did they do the like couch thing in the in the grand final? Sorry.
When last year?
No. Sorry, the national final.
Oh, well, I don't think there was. I think she was just internally selected for Greece. Yeah.
Oh, for Greece.
Yeah, something about Greece. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Sorry. Yes. Nebulosa had a couch thing. Yeah. And these like dudes in corsets. Yeah. Just looking like absolute trash. Like, it's so good.
It looks that. I'm excited to see that because that just feels like trashy. Yeah. And I love it.
The song is literally just called like Slut. And the EBU apparently were like, they were not going to allow them to call it that. And then they were like, well, it's feminism. And they were like, sure. Yes. Send it. I also love, so the reason I love Greece as well is apparently in Greece, everyone's like, this is a abomination. They're like, she's terrible. We hate her. This song sucks. And when that shit happens, I'm like, yum, yum, yum.
Didn't that happen with like Conchita?
Yeah, probably. And then look, yeah.
I love it when that happens.
And then also Denmark, I love My Girl Saba. I think it's a really good song. And it's just it's old school Eurovision. It's very like, it's giving like Aminata love injected energy of just like, I'm going to park and bark, but like fucking nail it.
She pops in every few years writing a new song. She's been here for a while.
Yeah, writing credits from Aminata. That was actually when Electric Fields did their little interviews, they were asked like what their favourite song from the past was. And they were like, Aminata Love Injected. And I was like, snaps.
Yes.
All right, so we know your fave is Bambi Thug.
Absolutely.
And also your prediction to win, or who's your prediction to win? Are they different?
No, I think it's between Bambi and Baby Lasagna.
Amazing. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going with you. I'm going to put that energy into the universe. I think it's between Baby and Bambi as well. We'll have to see with Switzerland. It's not my thing. I don't like the song because it's 7 songs in one, and I don't like the genre whiplash.
I kind of do like it because I feel like that's such a Eurovision vibe.
True. And they can pull it off.
Yeah.
From what I've heard. It's apparently live. It's sensational. So yeah, it could. Oh God, who knows?
I do also feel like coming out of this semi-final and just like loving those two so much. I'm fixated on them, and I may change my mind after watching the second semi-final.
We'll talk on Friday and see if you change your mind. But do you think as well? The Producer's Choice slots. So we haven't spoken about this yet. So this year as well, there are these Producer's Choice slots, meaning the running order is largely decided by production this year and not the first half, second half thing. So there's a little bit of that, but then predominantly people are going to be just put where they want.
I have a lot of feelings about this.
Yeah.
In some ways, I think it's good because often, you'll get your powerhouses in. It's like on a Drag Race challenge when they have to like do the running order for a comedy challenge or something. True.
It's a Lawrence Chaney tantrum in the making.
But you want,
someone's, oh my God.
There could be high drama. But also you kind of want to, like, if you're producing a good show, you want the start and the end to be powerhouses. But
Sweden always put on a good show. I also trust the Swedes to do it fairly. I think they will do it fairly. Well, also, they don't want to win again. Like, they're not going to sabotage people so that they win. Like, and that's not even on the cards, let's be honest. So,
yeah, I'm curious. I also just feel like setting it up as a new strategy. I think there's opportunity, maybe not this year, but maybe in future years for people to kind of make choices that sway.
True. If they continue it,
because I think there's a. I might be wrong, but I think there is no one that's ever gone first in the semi-finals.
Yeah, has won. Yeah, you're right. I don't think. Yeah, I think you're right. There's some dicky spots, but there's always room for that to change as well. But I know what you mean. Your chances don't look good if you're one of those stats people. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great grand final and semi-final 2. I'm so excited. Joel, thank you so much for joining me to talk about semi-final 1.
Thanks for having me. Happy Eurovision week.
Happy Eurovision. And where can our listeners find you online?
Some places.
If they wish. Do you not want them?
Follow me on Instagram.
Some places.
Joel L. West.
Joel L. West.
I don't do any of the others. I'm part boomer.
Yeah. Look, I've got time. Thanks, Joel. We'll talk soon. Thank you for listening to The Cringe is Real with me, Sam Crimean. If you would like to support the show, rate, review, share, and tell your friends about it. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are in the show notes.